Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Obscure Skills Made Playable, and today we're going to be playing an owl. I put on some MTXs for you. But we're going to be playing Seismic Trap of Swells. This is the one where it hits only once. Doesn't have the frequent damaging areas. So this skill is a little bit more geared towards the mapping, which mapping does feel good. But the boss damage could be a little bit better. I did just try out the ziggurat and I have no fizz mitigation, so I failed it, and it was also with power charges, so I probably died to a bunch of crits as well. But this time we're going to be running something with well, more life and endurance charges, so and fizz damage reduction, which is like probably around 25% damage reduction, because I have 50% damage reduction and impales always deal full damage. So we're going to be dealing a little bit less damage, and they have a lot of defenses, but hopefully we can do this. So this build's pretty cheap. I only spent about 20 divines, and for 20 divines it's performing pretty good. Granted, fizz mitigation and chaos could be better, but you know, we're like pretty much evasion capped. I think I'm at like 93%. And you know, the mapping part, as you can see, you just go around, you place some traps, and the screen is clear. Of course, the endurance charges are gonna be felt against the bosses for sure. Some gems aren't leveled either. Brutality primarily. I think everything else leveled, or even 21. No. So spell hits do hurt, because I do have some max res. Actually, I have quite a bit because I lucked out with the shield, but spell hits hurt because Righteous Fire makes us regen much less HP than I would like. This build without Righteous Fire has around 1k life regen, or 1.1k, which is really good, but with Righteous Fire I think I'm at like 600, which could be better, right? Because we have to compensate for the Petrified Blood damage loss. But generally it's like mostly fine. So let's see how this goes. Since we are playing a trap skill, we can do this. But already the endurance charges make it so he takes not as much damage as I would like. Chaos damage is also a problem, very big one actually, because I'm using quite a few uniques. Well, oh my god, he has all the charges, Jesus Christ. Why does he have all the charges? Is this charge on hit? I don't think I'll be able to complete this map, and yeah, okay, they got all charges. Kind of tragic, but Jesus Christ. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, this I'm not completing this. Doja is probably gonna insta kill me a couple of times with her AoE, just like she did last time. And there's probably gonna be times where I'm just gonna be crit and die instantly. So you know, don't expect the best. Always hope for the worst. Always expect the worst, you know? That's what Dewey said. I expect nothing and I'm still let down. But you know, the build's fine. Especially for 20 divines, you know, it's pretty comfy. Just doing it again. Sheesh. We're zoomers now. God, I hate Abomination. Why am I running Abominations? Okay, just dodge your left. Hopefully we can do this. Probably not, but we'll see. Luckily we have a lot of evasion, so a lot of things don't even tickle us. But spell hits, especially spell physical hits, that's the problem. No. No! Yeah, I didn't want to dash backwards because there were Shav's AoEs. So I ended up just dying instead of trying my luck. Worth it. Come on, dial already. Getting tired. Yeah, as you can see, you know, the damage is not great. Could be better, right? Granted, they are a little bit tanky. This was the chaos dots, not dots, chaos daggers. They are a little bit tanky. So 70 more life, some fizz damage reduction, and an endurance charge, so they're pretty tanky. They are pretty tanky. Oh, Shav is AFK. Good, I like it. God, some of the bosses are so bugged. Primarily this one. Where did I die from? I think the Shav was casting something, but because she was bugged, it didn't show anything. Yeah, now she's not bugged. And now, I think Maligaro was casting something. Dude, this game is fucked. Come on. We're so close. So close. Okay, maybe we can do this. This is also a bigger target, so we should have a bit more DPS. Ooh. But he crits me once and I'm dead. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of this. What is happening? I am not happy. Come on. I believe. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but I believe. I have a lot of debuffs on me. Ah, he crit. He crit. Anyway, as you can see, the build is fine. Could have a little bit more damage. That map was really tanky. And got unlucky there with the crit. Finally hit me and it was a crit, which was very sad. Because we have a lot of evasion. 31k, which is 87, and then I also have 8% from Watcher's Eye, and then we also have blind. So ultimately, you know, we're pretty defensive other than the fizz mitigation when we do get hit. So let's go over the items. As you can see, we're using wall for regen because I really wanted more damage, so I had to slot in Righteous Fire as well as Pain Attunement. So this was my way of fixing the regen. We do get 10% of life regenerated from the Saboteur passive, so it kind of worked out. I kept this skill as Fizz, so we can use Impales, and also I'll show you the tree as well, so it kind of makes sense. The wand is +1, could be +2, plus spell damage and some crit, so the wand can definitely be better. I paid 1 divine for this, or maybe 2 divines, I don't know. But, you know, there's still some room to grow, damage-wise. This is +1 and crit, which is good, but I also wanted a little bit more energy shield, so I could drop this node, but it is what it is. I was happy with the max res. I wasn't looking for it, but it was there, and you know, good for me. Plus, it only cost 2 divs, so really happy with the purchase. Tides of Time, so we can use pots, and Entropic Devastation for the Impale, because I was keeping it physical, and I am close to being crit capped. I think I'm at like 90 something percent, so this works well. It's like 70% damage increase at this point, so this body armor is probably the most expensive piece in the build, which is still only 3 divines. And you know, I just grabbed whatever had some nice spell suppression. Ring is just strength. You do need more strength though, because right now my pride is at 15 actually. It's at level 15. So, you know, you can get a little bit more damage from here. And then you could also make use of Steel Skin, another defensive layer for when you do actually get hit, right? So could be pretty good. You can fix strength with like 1 more level, either Jewel Socket here and you could grab some more life, or if you want you can grab this, right? With more energy shield you could grab this and just instantly, you know, get the Jewel Socket. So there's a lot that can be still optimized here. This can turn out into a pretty good feeling build that's also okay-ish for bossing. It's not gonna be great, but it's gonna be okay. So, you know, the items can be corrupted because we're using wall, but other than that, I'm using Lori. Just figured, you know, I can reduce somewhat the damage of enemies hitting me with unlucky. So, you know, use it, don't use it, it's up to you. But honestly, it's not really a bad ring. It's pretty good, especially against lightning damage. Against lightning damage, this is basically 30% less damage taken. Against other damage types, it varies from like 6% to 18%. But yeah, this ring's not that bad. Also gives us chaos res, which granted you can get more from an amethyst ring, but I really wanted some more mitigation. So the tree, we're using Eldritch Battery because I am throwing really fast. I was never gonna get enough mana regen. I guess you could use Slave Drivers, but then you lose this, so And some energy shield from life, pretty good. I do have the chance to trigger. I also took this, so 18% chance to trigger additional time, which is basically 18% more DPS. Sadly, unlike mines, they don't have the clusters for this, which is kinda sad. But regardless, I am pretty low on points, so I guess it worked out. Third of Hope over here, large. It's 3 divines right now with -14, so you can probably find a cheaper one if you wanna lose more resistances, but might be a little bit tricky to balance them out because right now I'm also using this 18%. Generally I don't use this. You know, you would like a stun evade, for example, but I was down bad on resist, so I had to. So yeah, large thread over here, pretty good. A lot of good nodes over here. You do want 10% more flask gained, so either 1 level or I don't know, drop something. If you fix energy shield, for example, you can drop this and get flask. Because right now I'm at like 93% flask charges. With this, you would be at 99. So you set it to reuse at the end, and you're fine. Increased evasion from body armor. So obviously you can fix your energy shield with the body armor, but I figured, you know, 4k times 2, that's 8k evasion. That's huge. And it is. I'm at 31k evasion. So some spell suppress, some crit. You do need the brutal restraint over here. Try looking for some crit and at least 1 flash charges gained. Alternatively, you can look for 2. Right, so you don't need to spend another skill point. But as you can see right now, I would need 10 more dex for the body armor. So I am forced into using brutal restraint. It's not that bad, considering you can also get 2 flash charges over here. So it's fine really, but this does solve our dex problem. Because, you know, this is 293. A little bit less, because we're using Dragon Fang. But yeah. Some reserve. You need this for Petrified Blood. Right now, Petrified Blood reserve is almost exactly 50%. I think it actually reserves exactly 50%, which is nice. Because I have Arrogance and Petrified Blood over here with Enlighten, and it's exactly 50%, so real nice. And you can grab +1 max res, which is cool. Here, as mentioned, if you level up one more time, this cluster, I paid 1 divine for it, because nobody really uses Iron Breaker, but ideally you want this tree. If you can change the pathing a little bit, maybe grab this. I don't know what you would drop. Maybe drop these and then, I don't know, 2 more from somewhere. If you fix something else, maybe 1 from here and then another one, I don't know, crit if you get a bunch more crit, right? So you could fix it. Because those nodes are pretty good. So you can run maps that have, if you're running effect maps and it's like 90% fizz reduction, so you kind of want this, right? Granted, our impales ignore that, so it's nice. And we're also getting a bunch of effect from over here, since it's generic effect. It's not tied to any like physical attack stuff. And I'm using the charge duration tech because the body armor does have endurance charge in it. I guess this is our physical mitigation. We have 16% physical mitigation from endurance charges. So that's about it, right? And Thread of Hope, Light of Meaning over here for some extra fizz damage. You could also get crit, but on pop this was a little bit better, so I chose this. And, well, I actually have this. I had this already, so didn't even need to buy it, but it's 1 divine, or maybe like 1.5 divines, depending on who's selling, right? But yeah, this is the tree. Honestly, the build's pretty good. Could definitely be a little bit better with more min-maxing, but for 20 divines, this build's completely fine. You can probably play this on Slayer as well. Your mitigations would be much better, but it would probably feel a little bit more clunky. But you could use a similar tech to what I used for my Blade Trap Laceration. You would need to like path over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and then you would have to drop 3 nodes. So it's not that bad. You could drop like this, and you know, even with Slayer, it could be pretty good. But you would need to, well, you would have more cooldown on this. So if you have less throwing time, then maybe it's fine. But it shouldn't be a problem. On Slayer, it's probably even better than this. Although this is comfy, and it's Saboteur, kind of wanted to make Saboteur work, and it's pretty good. But yeah, guys, this is the build. As usual, if you enjoyed the content, drop a sub. If you wanna give me some divines, I'll take them as well. I'm kidding. Well, not really, but you know. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.